But,
So,
Edwin, after that,
yes.
I mean, if we skip forward a little bit, you still came out and said, I refuse to be an SG to mediocrity.
Because
what did you mean
because
by this?
there is things that happen subsequent to that. Because, you know, where I come from, like the community that I come from, when you sit down as two men or two women and iron out issues and shake hands on it, and we left Chungwa House and went to the first meeting of the Central Committee somewhere in Westlands that you saw us speaking the first time after Raila's death. I thought that we were on the same page.
Okay.
And every time we sit in these meetings, we agree on certain things, very basic things. We agree that the party has not made a decision to support William Ruto. All of these people agree that Raila never told us at any particular point in time that we should support William Ruto's re-election. In fact, Raila had seen 2027 as the best opportunity for ODM, because I can see the headline on the Star, on the Standard, saying numbers don't lie. It's actually true that you can do the math yourself. If William Ruto was declared president by 200,000 votes in 2022, and he has lost a big chunk of his support, because Mount Kenya alone gave him almost 4 million votes out of the so-called 7 million that he got. So Baba had seen that this is a great opportunity for ODM, because all we needed to do was to retain our bases. The exact same number of people who voted for us in 2022 are enough to make you president in 2027. So we sit in these meetings and we agree that nobody is going to run around shouting two-term. Immediately we leave the meeting. You see them in Homa Bay, in Migori, shouting two-term. So the rest of us who know that a decision has not been made to support William Ruto have to come out, and say, no, that is not the position of the party. Up to today, nobody in the so-called leadership of ODM currently can show you a resolution of ODM, by any organ of the party to support William Ruto. So when then you see the sort of happenings after that, they go to Mombasa, and people don't know that even the day before Mombasa, we had a meeting. We had a meeting with very senior members of the party who were trying to mediate some of these disputes, and we reached certain agreements. I was surprised that, because after they left, it is rumored that they passed through State House, and the very next day in the morning, they are reading these resolutions to remove me as secretary. So I think people need to know that Sifuna is not the problem. Now let me address the question you've asked me directly. You see, Raila Odinga was something else, and we didn't expect that Oburu would be like Raila. He actually gets upset when we say, by the way, Baba would have done this. Sisi tuliaribiwa na Baba, because he had a style of doing things. Baba used to consult widely, and he used to explain things. That man earned our respect by respecting us, and also demonstrating that he cared what we thought. I have told the story of the day that I went to say Pole to Baba after he lost Fidel. And in the middle of that, the guy, we were doing a by-election in Homa Bay. And I had refused that story of giving a direct ticket to Moses Kajwang. And I was a nobody. For all intents and purposes, everybody knows once Baba says left, we will go left. But because he knew that I had opposed that decision to hand the ticket to Moses, he runs after me when I leave the house, and he stops me in that corridor outside his house, and he says, Sifuna, we need to talk about Homa Bay. That's the day after Fidel has died. People are streaming into his compound to say Pole. And he says, Sifuna, I have been told you are sulking. I need to explain to you why we need to do this the way that I am proposing to do it. That's how people's respect is earned, You would find Mzee explaining, even the person you thought is the most useless. He would take his time to talk to him and explain to him. Now, wale wanajua tunasemanga tulikuwa tumezoea kuchukua moto kutoka kwa transformer direct. Sasa sahi tumewekwa kwa power bank. So lazima tuseme it's a proper step down for me, So I have nothing but respect for Dr. Oburu, but he has a different style of doing things. We don't begrudge him. We were just used to something else.
Sifuna, I want to look at broadbase, and at the time when the broadbase was coming together, it was not a political agreement. It was a way of people to achieve the 10-point agenda.
Yes.
There was nowhere where there was supporting the presidency, the re-election of William Ruto in 2027.
Yes.
But here we are as well on the 10-point agenda. There was a deadline, 7th of March, right? And with that today, many Kenyans are asking, why